Hi friends, so I'm doing Linux after a long time again. So as a part of our exploring RHEL 8 journey, so today we are going to discuss about kernel models. So today we will discuss about what exactly the kernel models, how we can list, how we can load, how we can unload, and how we can filter the kernel models. So before going and giving the presentations on those things, so let us explore what exactly the kernel. The Linux kernel is just like it giving the features, lot of features for device drivers, which adds supports for new hardware. It supports for file systems such as GFS2 or NFS. So it's like any kind of new hardwares which you are getting loaded, their models is also getting loaded. Kernel itself model can take parameters that customize their behavior. So generally, in particularly in the modern system, kernel's models are automatically loaded by various mechanisms. But you can, if sometimes the kernel models it's not getting loaded dynamically, then we need to load the models. So generally in this RHEL 8, we have a K mode kernel mode package, which will install the package, and because the K mode package is having a lot of features, and it provides the complete list of kernel models and whatever the new file systems we are going to install or any kind of device driver or new hardware we are installing, it supports those file systems and hardwares. So this is the this is about the kernel. This means we, the Linux kernel is a modular. It means you can extend the capabilities. Any device drivers which is not supporting new hardware. But if you have their models, we can load the kernel models, and we can also support any kind of file system such like VRTFS or NFS. So their associated kernel models could work properly. After that, your system will work. So we need to understand what exactly the kernel models and how kernel model is supporting those new added hardware or any kind of file systems which you are installing. What is their dependencies that we are going to discuss. So kernel models is giving a list of loaded models, and if any loaded models is not available, you can load them manually as well. So today we will see and we will install the K-mode package, the RHEL 8. uh, this is supporting this K-mode package, so we will install those packages and we will list all the models and we'll try to check their dependencies as well. So uh, the ls mode command, which is giving you the complete output of loaded kernel model. So model is having three sections like the name of the kernel model currently loaded in, what is their size, and a, like a decimal number representing how many dependencies there are in the model thing. So the ls mode command is giving the complete list of mm, loaded models, and we will see. And apart from that, we can also retrieve information from proc models. ls mode formats the contents of the proc mode. The proc file system has more information on currently loaded models And also it giving you the size, what is their bytes, what is the size of the kernel model. We can also filter the kernel models from the proc models. And if you want a specific information for any kind of models, you can retrieve those information using mod probe command, mod info command. And generally we are loading the models using mod. INS mod is not the recommended practice, but we can load the model. But generally, we should use using modprop command, and in order to know the verbose output, we can use modprop-v. So uh, we can also load the models using rmode command also. So loading and unloading the models, and how what checking their dependencies, and creating models. And if you want to associate that particular models with the kernels, that we can also do that. So we will concentrate our discussion only, and we will have an implementation on this on Linux kernel models. So we'll see how kernel model can take those parameters and how we can customize their behavior. And the default parameters work well in most cases, but we can customize those parameters as well. So generally, as we said, like in particularly RHEL8, most of the kernel models are automatically loaded by various mechanism. But if certain models is not working properly, we need to load those kernel models manually. So this is our discussion. So let us check. I'm already logged in on one RHEL8 machine. You can see here. So this is my RHEL machine. So let us see whether we have the A mode package or not. So I'm just trying to check those packages here. So we have a repository. Earlier we configured the repository, and I'm installing. So here you can see it's not installed. The kmode package is not installed. So we need to install this package. Let us install this kmode. This is the current version, and I'm installing directly from Red Hat repository. And this is the latest version 8. We are working on the latest version. So now the kernel package model install. So now we will check uh, the loaded models. So we will retrieve some. First of all, we'll retrieve some informations and all. So ls mode, if you can see, will give me the size of the models, which are the models, and if I want to retrieve any information for any models, so you can see their associated information will where it is from, where it is loading, license information, descriptions, or who is the author, every information, and their version, RHEL 8.1, Red Hat Enterprise, Linux kernel sign key, every information which will be displayed using mod info. So you can see the size NFST. You can see you who how many most of the people are using that NF. So see that the model information from where it is the package is there. You can get that particular information here. So now, what exactly we will do? We'll check one models ST packages. So we'll check that particular models here. Just a minute. So what exactly? This is the default driver buffer size for fixed block models is there. So if any parameter actually, if I want to uh, change any kind of parameter, we can also change the parameter as well. So what exactly I want to show you. So if I want to change the particular buffer size parameters, so we can change using -v, we can all do that. We can give that command mod prob -v st buffer kvs size. Actually, I want to make it 64. So here you can see we are giving this information and we can change the parameter of that devices. How the kernel is getting loaded, we can change their parameters and we can modify their parameters as well. So next time the kernel will load, it will load it with the change parameters. So now what exactly here, uh, if I want to create any kind of models. So here generally all our models information is there in etc modprob.d. So what exactly I will do, I will create one models and I will change their parameters and I will load those models. So here I am going to create one models inside modprob.d. Since this model is not there here, so I'm going to create one models configuration file and I will change their value. I will change their value here. We are checking that particular models like now. So what exactly I already created that particular model. So inside that model, I have to change my parameter options uh, so that I can enable and disable that models. So here I'm in order to enable or disable. So here I'm going to change that. So I created this file, and you can see here. So I created this file, and if you can see their contents, I mentioned while loading and unloading what exactly the option they are supposed to use. So now what exactly we will do, we'll uh, try to load this model. So before the loading that particular models, we will check whether that particular models is loaded. So using ls mode, I can check. No, it's not loaded. So what exactly I will do, I will try to load this particular models, because my file is already there in etc mode properly. So now if I will see their size, currently it's loaded. So if I want to know about this model, I can, after loading the models, we can get that particular informations. SAS driver, one models is there for SAS drivers. I created their file, their option, enabling and disabling option. After that, I uh, load that particular models. So now if I want to know that particular SAS models package informations, like right now you can see that maximum value is 1. So now if I want to unload that particular, right now that models is loaded. So in order to unload that model, we can use -r and v for verbose output. So now if you can see, no information is there. Model information is there, but it's not loaded. It's not loaded. Now, since we have installed uh, the package, remote package, so we can check uh, their other model package informations as well. So now let us do some information on other models. So this is the another models we have. Here you can see that. So we are discussing about this model. So let me get that particular information over here. So I'm just trying to retrieve the information of that node. But in such a long information, if I want to filter some informations, how do we do that? That we will check here. If I want to, you can get particular information from the mode info, and you can retrieve that particular information from here. You can see here we can also, if anyone is dependent on dependent models information, we can also retrieve. If any models is dependent on other models, you can also retrieve using -f depends commands to which models is dependent on which models. That information we can also retrieve. So this is about that kernel models, and today we have seen whatever the information we want to know. So if any models you can see those models also information is also, because mod info is also retrieving the information from proc models only. You can see here the proc models output is different and ls mode output is different, but they are retrieving the information from that particular files only. We can also ls mode. Here we are getting in proper format. What is the model name? What is their size? Every information we can retrieve it from here also. And if I want to know any kind of models, want to filter their information, we can also do that. See, the kernel drivers, all are drivers. Any cryptographic or architecture related informations. Models, I am just trying to retrieve my information from lib models, and their driver information you can see here. USB or any kind of hardware information, USB, TTY, sale. So every information, x86 platform related drivers, we can retrieve it from here. And one of the important thing is that if we want to any blacklist any models, we can create a file etc modprop.d only and blacklist.conf. Right now that files I we don't have that blacklist. We can blacklist, we can create this file and we can keep the name of that particular model, and after that particular models will not get restarted. We cannot load that model. So that information for security purpose, some models we don't want to be get loaded. So you can blacklist all those models, and we can, in this way we can manage kernel models. So I hope this information is useful, and today we done our concentrated our topic on kernel models. We did listing We loaded kernel models, we unloaded kernel models, we listed and filtered out models. We discussed about what exactly the kernel modeler approach, and we created a parameter for kernel models and we loaded, and this is the way we can retrieve more information about kernel models. We can get detailed information of kernel models. So I hope this information is useful. So I'm closing this session right now. I will come back with some more interesting topic. Thanks for watching.